name's Wiley, and I'm here to tell you about my company, Rumpl. But first, Sharks, I gotta ask you a question. How do you sleep at night? I'm guessing it's under a cozy, warm blanket, right? Blankets are the best, and they've been keeping people warm and comfortable for centuries. But it's been decades since anybody's thought to give them an upgrade. Meanwhile, we've seen a textile revolution happening in outdoor gear and athletic apparel. Sharks, Rumpl has taken these proven new age materials and created a line of durable, weatherproof, lightweight blankets. They're extremely versatile, warm and cozy, and can travel with you from the home to the outdoors and back. They repel pet hair, debris, and stains. Come on.
Don't waste wine.
Cheap stuff, don't worry. That's the best stuff. Rumpl blankets will keep you protected. But the thing I'm most proud of, Sharks, is protecting the planet. Each of these blankets is made using 60 recycled plastic bottles that might otherwise end up in landfills.
Awesome.
Additionally, we offset 100% of our carbon footprint every year and donate 1% of all sales to environmental causes because we care about protecting the places that inspired the idea for Rumpl in the first place. I'm seeking $600,000 for a 4% stake of this booming
baby.
There are samples for you on your tables in front of you.
Oh,
Please,
man.
let's get cozy and get to it.
Yeah, okay. Dude, all right. So, before we talk about how 600,000 for 4%, I don't even know, what is that, like 30, I don't know, 35 million or something like that valuation? It's supposed to be 5 times 6 is 30, but yeah, so yeah. Anyway, wow. So he must have a ton of sales. Maybe he has a patent to go with it. I will say, when he was dumping the pet hair on there, after that scene, it looked like there was pet hair stuck to it, but it didn't clump up on it like a normal, I guess, like a wool blanket or a cotton, a knitted blanket would, with the fibers and all that. I don't think it looks bad. But they kind of, like the one sitting on the chair, when they were doing the close up, it kind of looks like a sleeping bag. I don't know if maybe that one is a sleeping bag. Maybe they also make sleeping bags. But obviously this has been around for a little while. Got some sales, I hope. And it's not just all like, made up valuation that they sold to an investor, and that's how they got up to that level. But I really enjoy getting comments. I know I actually forgot to put a different comment, so we're gonna revisit this comment here from the last video. Giving sales tips for free, trying to improve others. I mean, who does that these days? Great work, my man. Thank you so much, Bunk. I greatly appreciate you and all the people that drop comments down below. If you want to get your comment featured in here, just go down below. Make sure while you're leaving that comment, smash that like button so we can get this video in the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. And yeah, let's talk about this valuation a little more. Hopefully he's got some sales, maybe a patent or two to back it up.
In front of you, please, let's get cozy and get to it.
And where do you sell? Where do you sell and how?
We're selling online, Amazon. We're in every REI.
I actually bought one in REI.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
you know the product. What do you think? Do you like it?
I think the product's great. I don't really like the valuation right now, but we'll talk about that more.
I gotta tell you,
Oh,
this is on
15
right now.
million.
It is really warm.
Yeah,
To be
great.
so thin, it's amazing.
David, you
so
look like a grandmother.
I'm happy though, looking like a grandmother.
What is in the inside? What is the...
So the ones you guys have right there, they have a hollow fiber synthetic fill. It's basically like a bucatini pasta tube.
But it's a
instead
fiber
of just
fill.
looking at...
Yes, exactly.
Instead of just looking at like the technical aspects of the blanket, I mean, it's great. I have one. I'm a customer. But this reminds me a lot when I started Tom's. Like, we had a shoe that a lot of people could copy. So there's nothing in this blanket that doesn't mean that I can't start a company just like it tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah.
But what's most important to me, Wiley, is like, why did you get passionate about blankets?
Sure. I was on a ski trip with a friend just outside Mammoth, and our car froze. It was like the coldest night on record in Mammoth. And we woke up the next morning, car wouldn't start, and we were several miles up a dirt road. We had no cell service, so it was kind of a sketchy situation we found ourselves in. And we bundled up in our sleeping bags, and we started talking about how, man, I really like these materials so much more than my comforter back home. And we decided, when we get out of here, we're gonna make a sleeping bag blanket. We bundled up in our sleeping bags and just waited for somebody to show up. It was several hours before somebody eventually did.
So what does one cost? What
100 bucks.
And what's your landed cost?
$25.
$25.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's
And
okay.
you're selling it wholesale, what?
Yeah.
50.
50? Okay.
49.50.
And can you just take us through like the year you started and what the sales ramp up have been?
Yeah, so we started end of 2013. 2014, we did 450K in sales, then 950, 2.7, 5.3, 8.8,
Wow.
6.5.
Oh, ouch.
And I'll explain that. And then this year we're on track for 8.
What happened to that big drop?
But
Yeah,
you
so
lost a
really-
wholesale account.
No, well, yes.
Yes,
Actually,
of
what
course.
happened is in 2018 when we did 8.8, 3 million of that was really just with 2 large corporate accounts.
How many competitors are doing pretty much the exact thing right now in the wholesale channel and the direct channel?
There's probably a good 15 companies doing something similar to what we're doing.
15. This is the big.
Ooh, okay. So before we get to that comment, I want to back up for a second because, you know, when the 80-20 rule, right? You don't want 80% of your business coming from 20% of your customers, because if one drops out, all of a sudden you lose a ton of business. You know, you're basically going from riding high to down into the toilet. And so that's why I think it's important to look at diversifying not only maybe your product base, but your customer base. Make sure you're hitting up as many different avenues of product, you know, of product placement, of relationship building as you possibly can, because this is that is tragic, right? You lose just one customer, right? You lose that big fish, and all of a sudden, or if that, you know, even worse, if that big customer owes you money, you know, the opposite, right? So if you have like 80% of your money is coming from 20% of the customers, right? Versus the vendor side, where you're selling to, you know, 80% of your business is selling to 20%. But yeah, on the customer side, like if you have like a line of credit that you're giving them, and they're like taking, and then all of a sudden they start to look like they might default on the or go bankrupt, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, you know, you don't want to be left holding the bag on the bankruptcy, because it will take you forever to get your money back, and you are way behind all the other creditors. You are way behind, you know, the banks and the vehicle leases and the credit card companies and all. Like, you were at the very end of the line because you gave credit. You basically are a bank, but you just aren't a bank that can get to the front of the line and get your stuff, get your product back, or get the money when it's sold. So it's just a thing where it's like, I've been there. You know, we had over $1 million on the street with one particular company, and it was starting to look like that one particular company, who was massive, was starting to look like they weren't going to get the contracts renewed from government agencies that they operate with, and all of a sudden it was looking like, wow, we might be in big doo-doo if they, you know, they belly up, and we're left holding the bag on all these parts that we don't have the parts, and we ain't got the money, and we're going to be at the back of the line to make anything happen. So just keep it in mind as you're growing your business, you know, allowing people to have payment plans and stuff. Awesome. But just make sure you're keeping it in check, and you're not allowing it to run out of control for your business.
Problem, I think, because I mean, no disrespect to the business right now, but to have this level of valuation and have 0 barriers to entry and 15 competitors, that makes me really scared as an investor.
And before you leave, because your valuation is $15 million, you do have to bring up how much money you're going to make off the $8 million.
Oh, yeah, we're going to peek on the
What's the
blanket of that one.
profitability?
Yeah. Before he gets to that, I messed up with the valuation. I was thinking 5% times 6 million, and I was thinking 20. Oh, this should be 20. That should have been 12, and then the extra percent gets you to 15. Duh. Sorry. Sometimes this is all shot in real time, so I don't always. I don't have the ability to go back and edit what I say, and I think it lends itself to the credibility of the show being in real time. And not like hiding behind edits and making myself sound smarter. So hey, mistakes happen. Ding ding for that. And I'm human.
It's going to be about 5-6% this year, so 4 to 5.
Only 5 to 6
Oh,
percent.
Pre-tax?
Oh, and you're doing. Hold on, and he's doing all these nicety things, right? Like the sustainability thing and donation thing, and all, like, those are all awesome when you are commanding a profit that enables you to be able to do so, right? And you add it as a function or as a feature to your marketing, to your marketing arsenal. If you're going to go and like make, and we see this a lot in the tank and in the businesses that I've worked with, when you try to make the mission so so broad and so encompassing, and it's so expensive to do that. It just is like, well, we're just we're gonna brute force our way to be the blanket. And when you already have 15 competitors, I mean, these 15 competitors probably were looking, probably are they already existed. I mean, if they didn't, you probably would have tried to patent it. Maybe you should have already tried to patent it, Wiley. But Wiley, I would love for you to come here on this show, on the Super Joe Pardo show, and give an interview like I've done with other Shark Tank business owners. So leave me a comment down below, and we'll make that happen. But yeah, 15 competitors is a lot. You're talking about a $100 blanket. I guess in the grand scheme of blankets, for camping, outdoor wear, and stuff like that, it's not expensive. But I'll tell you, $100 blanket is not what I'm thinking. For me though, I am not the camping. I'm not the camper. So, but I'm well aware that I'm sure there's blankets that are probably way more expensive than the $100 mark, and probably I'm certain there's way less expensive blankets out there.
Yeah, pre-tax.
So how much money have you raised?
Yeah, I really want to talk to you guys about this because I know this is going to be a sticking point here.
Oh boy, he already knows. He already
Raised
knows.
a good amount of money. We've done 2 seed rounds. Both of those equaled about $1 million. And then in 2018, we did a proper A round, and we raised $3.8 million.
So that leads to the next
For a
question. How much
blanket.
cash do you have in the bank?
$3.5 million.
Whoa. Why are you here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that face though. Yeah, that. So he's raised a ton of money. I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't be expecting that question to come. I mean, if he didn't watch, Shark Tank, or not watching the Super Joe Pardo channel, I don't know, but that yeah, dude, you're sitting $3.5 million, and you're here looking for $600,000 for 4%. I'm curious as to how much he actually owns of the business at this point.
Cash in the bank, the Sharks are skeptical about why Wiley needs an investment from the Sharks for his outdoor blanket company, Rumpel.
How much cash do you have in the bank?
$3.5 million.
Whoa. Why are you here?
I am here because I would like to take this product and this brand into sports licensing.
Worst excuse ever to be here.
You could have bought
sports
as many
licensing is
licenses
You
a
call
whole
you
different
want.
fanatics, you
beast.
call the NBA, you know how to get a license.
I don't. Seriously, I
You
don't.
have 3-point-something million in the bank. You got enough to hire people to go out and do licensing and to acquire the licenses.
Where
I'm
my
trying to figure
team
out.
is
Listen,
focused,
I don't have.
where my
this,
salespeople are focused is in outdoor.
Wiley,
I don't
listen.
want to distract them for this other
Wiley,
channel.
I got
Right, so you get somebody. So that's when you have to go outside and find a consultant. You find an agent, a marketing manager, a relationship manager that has these kinds of connections in the industry that can make this happen for you. I mean, licensing isn't that hard. I mean, if it was that hard, there wouldn't be, you walk into Target or Walmart or any store, and it's just like everything's got characters on it. Everything has, for kids' clothes or plushies or all that stuff. So those things, it's not that hard to get the licensing.
I got a real.
Excuse
Mark,
ever.
what do you think? Do you think he's here for the exposure, or do you think he really wants us to invest?
Yeah, Wiley, look, I'm not buying the whole I can't get sports licensing help without you guys. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Wiley, it takes my breath away that you would come in here and ask me to pay you 50 times free cash flow for blankets.
We don't really need the cash. What we need is a partner. And what I'm willing to
A
talk
partner for 4%. That's really unlikely, especially with your low profit margin of 5%. It will take them forever to get that money back.
about is a loan with a royalty.
Did you say royalty?
I think royalty.
Was I being nasty to you? I take it all
No,
back.
it's all fair.
You know why, Wiley? Because you have something called sales. Hit me. What do you got?
All right, so I would like to potentially structure this as a $600,000 loan, 10% interest paid back over 2 years, and then 5% of all revenue generated in the sports license channel.
Oh my God.
I'm going to make you an offer. A loan is $600,000 at 10%, and 5% of sales for 2 years.
That's crazy.
hold on. So when my Sunstashes guys came on here, they had nothing. I got them all of Disney, all of Marvel, Pokemon, sports license, all of that stuff.
Damon, I think we should do this together. If you can help grow those channels, I know I can help in the D2C.
Blake and I will give you $600,000 at a 10%. That's a loan. I would go after licenses for you. Blake, you're gonna go after wholesale?
Yeah, I mean, I can literally grow his wholesale by 500% tomorrow. So 2.5% to each of us for 2 years on all sales, and then that's done. And we get 4% equity.
I'm curious though, what is the loan for? Why? What is the loan going to produce? You have $3.5 million in the bank. I don't know. 5% of all sales for 2 years. I mean, I guess he really feels like this is his only path forward to getting sports endorsements, or licensing for sports brand and stuff like that. Maybe for characters and all that. But I don't know. I mean, it's basically the thing that he wanted to do. It just didn't want to give up the 4%. But he was there giving up 4% to begin with, and they even asked him what is how much he actually owns of the company left. So I mean, I don't know. It sounds to me like he should take it if that's really the way he feels to go. If Wiley, if you're feeling that way, then maybe you should go for it.
I'll give you the $600,000. I'll take 4%, but we're not going to call it a loan. I'm just going to say, give me $10 a blank until I get back $1.8 million, and I keep the 4% because I became your partner in my Shark Tank portfolio.
Wow. Okay, so they're $600,000 for $10 per sale royalty until $1.8 million is paid, then and 4% equity on top of that. I mean, the only way he can afford to do that is if he were to, drop his costs down from $25, which he's already probably got his cost pretty close to where it could be if he's doing the number of sales that he says he's doing. Buying in bigger bulk is only going to drop it down so much more. But to add a $10, I mean, he better sell a lot to direct to consumer if he's going to take that deal.
And I'd rather just take the 600 and pour it on to direct sales. That's it. You don't have to go nuts.
I'm going to tell
You're
you what
paying
I'm
half
going to
your
do.
free cash flow.
What do you got, Lori?
I'm out.
Good call, Lori.
Yeah, so Damon, I think we need more equity after doing this math, and we're going to do a ton of work on this business. So the deal is $600,000 loan at 10%, 2.5% to me and to Damon for 2 years, and 10% equity.
The deals keep on getting worse for you.
I mean,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that is $600,000 as a loan for royalty of 5% for all sales, not just the NBA sales or the NFL sales. I mean that's a great blanket for an NFL game. Like that's tailgating and things like that. That I can that I can get behind. Get my Eagles on, and plus 10% equity makes it. Wow. Yeah, yeah, he should have took he should have took that deal, like I said, man.
That's it.
I like the Mr. Wonderful offer better.
Yeah.
I like Mr. Wonderful offer better than that one as well. How about this, Blake?
There's
I'll
going to
be
be a lot
honest.
of deals today.
I was really excited when I learned that you were going to be the guest shark.
And I'm
I've
stoked
admired
on you.
you as an entrepreneur and an individual for a long time.
Thank you.
What if we do $600,000 as a loan, 10% interest, paid back over 2 years, 2.5% royalty on sales for 2 years,
Okay.
and 4% equity. So it's the same offer I came in, plus the royalty.
You're going to have to give up 10% to get 2 sharks. And really, you've already said you want to be dating Blake. You're not going to the
I have.
dance with Damon.
Yeah.
I mean, you can throw Damon under the bus, which you're about to do, because there's no way you're giving up 10%.
That's right. I'm not giving up 10%.
What do you want to do? That's the decision.
All right, so I'm going to give you clarity for this one. I don't want to get in the way, so I'm out.
I appreciate that, Damon. No disrespect, honestly.
No disrespect.
He's,
Yeah, look, the thing is I was excited to do a deal with Damon on the licensing, but I also just have to look at the value of my time.
Yep.
And I'm only going to focus on 2, maybe 3 investments a year. I'm going to get involved like a founder. And so I need to be treated like a founder. And unless I have 10% equity, I just won't feel like a founder, and I won't be motivated to help you as much as I want to. And that 10% is just as low as I can go.
But yeah, Lori, like looking onward there. You know, that is so tough. You know, when you're like, oh, I have a deal, and then I can get some other people in there, and then all of a sudden it starts eroding rapidly, and they start thinking more and all that. And look, that's not to say that the deal wouldn't have fell apart after the fact. You know, it easily could have fell apart after the fact, but he had a deal in hand, you know, and he could have got 2 sharks. It would have been that. I mean, it would have been great. It would have been great, and he didn't have to give that much up. And I think I still think the 600,000 is high. You know, especially when you got $3.5 million in the bank. I think, like, you know, you really want a shark. They have to give the money. They don't have to get the percentage can fluctuate. How they structure a deal can fluctuate, but the money is the sticking point. So they, you know, I think that they think that they could, you know, hit a home run with this. And I don't know, man. It's tough. I mean, if you really want to work with Blake, you gotta do it if you're gonna do it. But
guys,
Mr. Wonderful,
I'm sorry,
I think, would
can't
be.
do these deals.
Oh. Yeah, Mark, yeah, it's right. It's right. I feel the same way. Mark.
I apologize. I really, really appreciate this experience, though. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Man, Wiley. All right, we're gonna check out your website in a minute here.
Damon really wanting to do a deal with Blake. I'm bummed that it didn't happen. I don't think he was being totally reasonable about the value of the company. I think we could have got a lot of value out of that. But ultimately, I just don't know that it was the right fit given the valuation he wanted to put on the company.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like, he had the deal in hand. He had it in hand. Let's check out the website. So you want 10% off? Well, they're going to give you 10% off. Ironically enough, he's going to give up 10% of the company, but they'll give you a 10% off coupon. Or no thanks, I'd rather pay full price. So I don't know if I can get that back. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to the website again and check out Faces. I love Faces. I also love the fact that this shows the blankets being used not in a rugged kind of way. So, I think they know what's important. Oh, look at that. NFL. They got all the NFL teams. Let's go. They got all 32 teams. Let's go Philadelphia Eagles. So it's $30, right? So off a $99 blanket at $30, and they got themselves an Eagles blanket with an Eagles logo in the corner. I guess that's it. It's the green. And why would you put New York and Dallas? I guess because there's some crossover here, in the Philly area with those people. But more Faces, washable everywhere blanket that's lightweight and incredibly cozy. Free shipping and returns on all orders, $49 and up. So which they have since they're doing direct. At a $25 landed cost, definitely works. So they got a cape clip that's helpful. Corner loops, that is helpful for keeping it matted down. Made out of 16 bottles recycled, 60 bottles recycled, one person size, and the 2-person size 100 bottles. That's I love that. Wow, there you go, 1,272 reviews. Great to see. Is there any way to sort these reviews? And you know what? But even without sorting them, we appreciate the kind words. That is what I like to see. Replying to the review. So let's go check out what they got going on. They have knot blankets. I like that. Oh, look at that. They got puffy ponchos. How much are those? Probably $150. $250. Wow, I was severely wrong on that price. They got 8 reviews. It looks like all positive. Let's check out their Instagram. So 141,000 followers. So yeah, oh, it's a great looking wall. Look at this. The amount of engagement they have. I wouldn't be surprised. They probably have a social media manager, somebody that's just putting together these posts. So it looks like calling all diehard tailgaters, bench and armchair quarterbacks. We've got a blanket for every fan, regardless of how you support your team. So that I guess they they got it. Well, this is from just 2 weeks ago, so I don't know if that's when they got the okay. I guess they got it a little bit sooner than that. That's here. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for preseason kickoff tomorrow? We are. So yeah, I mean, some great engagement here. Let's go to their Facebook. 28,000 people liking the page. Ding ding. That is awesome to see. And we got Rumpel over here on YouTube. 34,000 views. I wonder if so. One of the things I didn't realize is that when you mark your video as an ad, the views still count and will make things go up. So I wonder if some of these were ads that they put in, out there. They're also on LinkedIn. They got 3,400 followers there. Here we go on Amazon. So, wow. Okay, so this one only has 21 ratings. For, let's see, Ocean Fade. Does that show different amounts of reviews? No. Okay, so here's one that a down blanket. Well, I guess that's what it is. Is 350 hours, only 56 reviews. So not nearly as many reviews on Amazon as I would like to see. That's really interesting that they don't have more. They don't have more on Amazon. I don't know if it's, sometimes this stuff is classic. Okay, so yeah, this one has 56 ratings, 4.5 stars. Oh, there's a couple 1 stars. Let's check out those. Let's see if they replied to those. Made in China, seriously. Portland-based company, responsible for the environment, expensive, made in China, enough said. So, I would love to see Wiley, one of your people replying to the negative reviews. I mean, obviously there isn't a ton of them here, but it helps. It helps you, maybe change the mind of the 6 people that found that helpful. Not quite as expected. So I bought it as a comforter for my bed. I really like sleeping bags, and they seem like a good fit. While I was really, really warm for it's really, really warm for how light it is. I found that the stitching quality was poor. It was only a few days that I found some of it was coming loose. Then after a month, sections where we're missing threading. Mind you, if I can find someone to reinforce the stitching, I plan on keeping it. Though for the time being, I don't want it unraveling anymore, so I've stowed it away. Honestly, let down a bit with the quality. So I don't know if, let's see, did they reply to that? I can't see. Is there any? Yeah, no reply. So yeah, being able to reply, taking it, it enables you to maybe change the minds of the people that are coming and looking at these reviews, and maybe changing their mind about whether or not they find it helpful. And it shows that you really, really care. So as much as I really care about the comments that I get below. So please go down below, leave me a comment, leave me a question. If you have a business related question, if you have something going on, I plan on doing some Q&A episodes coming up here. Especially I have some reviews of some Shark Tank products that I need to shoot soon, including the Hug Sleep Sleep Pod that I absolutely love, but do not like it. And I will explain that later in a future video. Make sure you get subscribed so you never miss one of those videos coming down the pike, or another BizCoach Reacts video. Make sure that you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video into the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. And I will see you in the next video in one of these right here. Take care.